Today, we're going to be doing some fine work on the 2018 Kia Optima. First, you want to start by pulling up the engine cover on each side. Mine was already taken off, so it looked easy. Next, just in case your OBD2 reader or you get it read out of AutoZone and it says you have a misfire in cylinder 3 or 4, this is the order of the cylinders. Alright, and after that, we're going to be taking off the clips of the ignition coil. And by the way, my client only needed cylinder 3 and 4, so that's what you're going to see in this video. So you just slide up the gray clip, and then you press down on the black part and just wiggle it off. Now, as you can see, I've disconnected both sensors and now I'm looking for the correct socket to unscrew the bolt. The ignition coil only has one bolt holding it down, so once you get this loosened, it's super easy to take out, and right under the ignition coil are the spark plugs. So as you can see, I grabbed an extension just so I can get some better leverage, and once I get this thing loosened and get the bolt out, I'm going to go ahead and put the bolt in a secure place where it won't get lost. Now that I have the bolt out, all I have to do is pull out the ignition coil, and right under the ignition coil is the spark plug. And as you can see, this ignition coil is super dirty, super worn, super old. And I'm gonna go ahead and compare the old one to the new one, and as you can see, the difference between the old and new ignition coil. The lining inside is green, however you see with the old one, you don't even see the lining anymore. Keep in mind, guys, the spark plugs are super deep inside, so you're gonna need an extension. As you can see, I pulled out the big guns, got this super long extension. And how you know which socket fits the spark plug, just get the new one, take it out the package, find a socket that fits over it, and then boom, you're good. So I went ahead and loosened the spark plugs. And no worries, guys, if you're like me and don't have a socket with a magnet to help pull out the spark plugs, we could go ahead and improvise. Just pull out some needle nose pliers and you can get it right out, smooth as butter. And now you can see the difference between the old spark plug and the new spark plug. You can see the old one is burnt, worn, and it has scorch marks on it. That is a no-go, but no worries, we got the new one right here, shiny and new. That's exactly what we need. So after unscrewing the old spark plug, you want to screw the new one in. I just didn't capture that on camera, but don't worry, guys, it's simple. Same way you screwed it out, you just want to go ahead and screw the new one in. And now you can see I put on the ignition coils over the cylinders that had the misfire. So now it's, once you screw the spark plug back in, just put the ignition coil in over it and go ahead and get that handy dandy bolt I told you put up earlier, and just screw it back in, get your wrench and just tighten it back down. Now that you have the bolt tight and secure, you just want to plug the sensor back in the ignition coil. Also, remember to slide the gray clip back down. Once you plug the sensor back in the ignition coil, you're pretty much done. All you have to do now is put back on the engine cover, align it with the points, and just pop it back on, and you should be good to go. So hopefully this video helped you guys. And if you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments. Catch you guys next time.